What's good, guys? CJ here, and today we got to talk about something that I feel a lot of players are locking themselves into that is kind of messing them up when it comes to the game. Not that it's necessarily a bad thing to do, but I feel that the mentality going into this particular subject is actually frying a lot of people, is making them hate the grind, dislike the game, and overall making them see the game in a little bit of a different light, right? And the subject I actually want to talk about today is going to be gold demon wedges. Now, a lot of people are playing the game. You're progressing through the game. You start off with your white demon wedges. You go into the green ones, the blues, the purples, and eventually you get to the golds, right? So a lot of people, the regular train of thought is, I'm going to go out and get myself these gold wedges. But I'm here to tell you that if you're a casual player, if you're a normal grinder, if you're someone that just plays the game a couple of hours a day and has a little bit of time to, spare, you might be locking yourself into something that is actually going to make your gaming experience in Duet Night Abyss a little bit tedious, and it might put you off the game right now, right? What do I mean by that? For those of you that don't know, grinding out gold demon wedges takes a hell of a lot of materials. To be more precise, if you're trying to craft gold demon wedges, right, some of these will require you to have a lot of purple demon wedges, a lot of them. As you can see right here, some of them will require 5, and that's just for one, right? So just to put it into context, let's say you're making this demon wedge or one of these demon wedges, right? You'll need 5 purples, right? As you go on and you keep progressing through your game, you guys will see that, let me actually go into my melee weapon, not that melee weapon, let's go into this here melee weapon, right? We have something like a celerity right here, which is actually a good mod, but you can amplify these demon wedges. When you amplify them, you're going to need to craft even more gold demon wedges, and it'll eventually get to a point where you're going to want to craft or need to craft 3 of the same demon wedge just to get 1 level. So each one of these ascension levels will require you to craft these demon wedges, meaning that you don't need 5 purples. You're going to need a truckload of these purple wedges in order to craft yourself your golds and then max them out. And a lot of people are locking themselves into this particular scenario and are saying the game sucks, the game is ass. And the reason they're saying that is because they're getting that like crackhead effect, that anxiety of, I need to get this now, I need to get it done now. Right now, there is absolutely no reason or no necessity for you to craft these gold wedges, because all content in the game can be beat with purple wedges. 100% agree. Like, not to sound like I'm throwing shade, but if someone isn't able to clock the hours, they shouldn't bother with gold wedges. The investment is just too much as it is. Realistically, the proper purple wedges for a build are absolutely enough, unless you slow crawl. Progression is something people are okay with. Exactly. So basically what I'm trying to tell you guys is, if you're wanting to progress, don't lock yourself into going for these gold wedges unless you're a grinder, unless you're someone that has multiple hours to actually play the game, right? Because you're going to be wasting a lot of time and you're going to be burning yourself out. This is not to say that the purple wedges are much better. The purple wedges are good, and the gold wedges are insanely better when they're plus 10. But the amount of resources that it's going to take you is supposed to be a slow grind. Take your time grinding those things out, because otherwise you might end up burning out. You're going to start feeling that, oh, why do I got to grind this much? I want them gold wedges right now. Take your time. Plus 10 gold wedges are the end game of this game, right? Those are the ones that you should take your time to grind and build up. With that said, though, there are some gold wedges that I do advise you go out and craft. And to be specific and tell you exactly the type of ones that I tell you should go crack, they're going to be the ones, let's actually go into my bag. They're going to be the ones that you can only get in like purple, for example. So a good example of that is right here, Wings Inspo. You can get this in blue, right? So you can get this in purple. When it comes to this particular demon wedge, by all means, go ahead and get yourself a gold version of it, because it's going to help you out a lot. The difference between this right here, as you guys could see at plus 5, to this right here is pretty damn massive. So by all means, this is a gold demon wedge that you can absolutely invest your time on. right? There are going to be many others like that. For example, celerity. Celerity is another one of those right here that you can get in blue. You can get this in purple. So by all means, go ahead and get it in gold. These are the type of demon wedges that are going to be a lot easier to you know, upgrade. They're actually going to make a big impact on your account, and they're absolutely worth going after. There's going to be some other ones that you can actually go for too. Things like, for example, Frosty Torrent, Misty Veil, Devouring Wildfire. You guys get the drift. But now there are some that will offer you insane benefits, but they're going to be a little bit too expensive, right? They're going to take you a little bit too long, and if that's what you desire, if you want to sit here and actually grind those things out, by all means do it. But don't build this crackhead effect where you're saying, yo, it's taking too long. Why can't I get this right now? The game's been out for a relatively very short time, and plus 10 gold demon wedges is the absolute end game. There is no higher ranking, higher tier in upgrading a character. So a lot of people, and I'm making this video because over the last few days, I'm seeing a lot of people be really mad and upset at how long it takes to farm gold demon wedges. When in reality, there is, like I said, zero content in the game that even requires you to have gold demon wedges. And I know someone might want to say, well, what about like stage 40 or 50 or theater? You don't even need to do that. The rewards you get for clearing those higher stages in theater is so minimal that in reality, you don't even, that's not a reason to fry yourself into farming gold demon wedges. Once again, I'm not telling you guys to not farm demon wedges. Just understand that it's going to take you a long time to do it. If we go back and look at, for example, this Lady Niffle build, we're currently rocking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Scorch mods. If I wanted to replace all of these with plus 10 gold Scorch mods, you guys can do the math and tell me how many purple Scorch mods or demon wedges I would need to be able to craft 5 plus 10 gold Scorch demon wedges, and then understand that grind. Completely fine. I love the grind. I can't wait to eventually do this, but it's very important for you guys to understand that it's not something that you guys should be like itching at your neck to try to complete within a day or a week or whatever, because it is a lot, right? There you go. 250 purples. 250 purples. It is a big grind. Is it worth it? Probably. Is your damage going to look ridiculous? Absolutely. But take it with, you know, with time. Take it easy. Do your progress. Don't use your own anxiety to want to have all these gold plus 10 demon wedges as the reason why you say the game sucks. The game has a problem with grinding. Demon wedges are impossible to grind. They got to make demon wedges more accessible, because in reality is, one, you don't need them, and if you take your time grinding demon wedges over the course of a few days, you will eventually start getting, you know, plus 6s across the board, then plus 7s. But the reality of it is that I'm just tired of people saying that it's a problem when they're trying to get plus 10 demon wedges in like 3-4 days. So they're having to sit there. They're making themselves sit there for 12-13 hours miserably farming 250 purple demon wedges when there's other demon wedges in the pool that they can, you know, they can get when they're farming for demon wedges, right? Whenever they're farming for demon wedges, let's say they want to farm this, there's all these demon wedges that they can be getting in the pool. So they're saying, oh, well, there's so many demon wedges that I can be getting, it's really hard to get the ones I'm after. Yeah, because you're sitting there for 12 hours farming the same mission. And it doesn't matter if the game is fun or not. Sitting there repeating the same things over and over and over again is actually going to just mess you up. And just remember, the only mode that y'all can even remotely point out to give you stuff, right, is going to be this mode, right? This mode right here. You guys can say, well, I could keep farming stage 19, 20, 30, whatever it might be, but the rewards for these are so small that it's like, it's not even really necessary, bro. Can you do it? Sure, it's a challenge. It's probably fun. You guys are going to have a good time, but that's not it. Once you clear those 18 stages or 12 stages, you're chilling. Once again, play however you want. If you want to farm all of your gold demon wedges, by all means do it. It's going to be great. You're going to have fun. If that's what you like, you're going to get a bigger damage increase on your characters. But don't use that. Don't force yourself to do it and then use that as an excuse to say the game sucks, grinding sucks, demon wedges are trash to farm, and you're trying to set yourself to beat all the absolute most end game content within a few days. That's gonna be it for this video, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, one last thing, actually. Shout out to D for pointing that out. Not only are the wedges that I just pointed out good to farm, like, once again, like, for example, Wings Inspo, a very good one, Celerity. Some others that you guys can actually go for that are pretty good, that are gold wedges, are actually going to be your Mystic Maze demon wedges. These are some that you should be going because they do have a time limit where they're going to reset. So by all means, grind your maze, get yourself your blueprints, and get yourself the wedges so you can dupe these up. This is absolutely something you should be doing, right? So you don't miss out on the refreshes, so you can get yourself these done. These are definitely something you can do, right? Because you can continuously farm maze. I have a guide on how I farm maze, and I'm getting not only millions upon millions of coins, but I'm able to get all these really quickly. Like, I don't know if you guys saw earlier when I was in the forge, I'm actually crafting one right now, as you can see right here. And these are very much worth doing. But that's really going to be it for the video. I really wanted to put this out here because I'm tired of people complaining about the demon wedge and saying that it's impossible to get plus 10 demon wedges. This sucks. And they're trying to get all plus 10 on their demon wedges in just a couple of days. And I can understand how stressful that grind must be. But you're doing it to yourself. There's no rush. There's no content that needs it. Take your time. Enjoy the game. And that's going to be it. Thank you guys for watching. Appreciate y'all. Hit the like button, subscribe, and I'll see y'all on the next one. Peace.